What is up, guys? John here with the PB Fit, and today I'm bringing you a game that I played this past weekend in Paintball Country, and this is kind of like their final battle. Every Saturday and Sunday, at the end of the day, they have a final battle game with all the players that are still there. Usually, it's a pretty big amount of people, or a pretty large amount of people who are there still. So it's a really good time. So how it works is there's a center flag, okay? And we try to get to that center flag, grab it, and you have to take it to the other team spawn. Pretty much the same as, like if you're playing a speedball match, like a PSP style center flag, and you want to take it to the other team's base. So we have the flag right now. I'm pointing out that that guy has the flag. He ran up there and grabbed it first. Here I got hit, so I go back to respawn pretty early off. So 5 minutes in, you have unlimited respawns, and then respawns stop. I think it's a 20-minute game. So here I'm walking back, and I see these kids that are, instead of going back to the shed, which is way back there, they're just deciding to respawn right here, which is completely unfair. So I'm like, hey guys, go back to the shed. Go touch the shed and go respawn. I saw you guys, cheating. And, everyone needs to do that. Like, even though they're on your team, it's just not fun. Like, why cheat in rec ball? I mean, it makes no sense to cheat in rec ball. So I'm telling them to go back and respawn. And, thankfully they all did. I didn't have any issues. But that's something I don't put up with, is cheating. It's something that I hate, absolutely hate in our sport. Honesty is such a big thing, and we want to make sure that, that stays a big part of our sport. And most of the time, people are pretty good about it. But, not everyone. These are rentals, so maybe, they're just out there once in a while or once every year. I don't know. But anyway. So now I'm trying to move back up the field. They have a pretty good amount of guys that are kind of in a snake bunker on this left-hand side, as well as on the right-hand side by this bus. And they hunker down pretty well and kind of prevent us from moving forward, which is kind of pain in the butt, because usually this game ends in a stalemate, where both sides can't get the flag to the other side. The game ends, it's a tie. So we're trying to actually make sure that we win this game. I remember, let's actually win this type of thing. So that's kind of what we're talking about. So, and as you can tell, it's like a mixed bag. Some speedball players, some rec players, some, rentals. So the teams are split evenly, which is really nice. So you got some, it's a nice mixture. And I'm all about, helping out the new guys. You'll see up here, one kid is... He's up in the front, but he's not confident. And he says to me, well, you'll see him as I run up here. It's this guy right here in the left spool. Okay, you can see his back's turned. That's like the first thing I know where, players are not having a good time. They're kind of stressed out a little bit. They don't really know what to do. Like, they get to a position and they just kind of sit there. And I kind of get up in his way, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I'm all up in your grill, because I'm trying to shoot these guys without getting shot myself. So there's a guy that's kind of in the snake gap here I'm shooting at. I think I shoot someone somebody runs up there. I think I shoot him eventually, or I did, I don't know. But anyways, so this guy says, I'm not good at playing, and right there I was like, hey man, all you gotta do is face forward, keep your gun up. And be confident. This is where I'm talking to him. Just take your time out to talk to the new player, and keep your gun up, man. Face forward. And actually, he starts laying down some pretty good fire underneath this little gap here, keeping those guys in. And here, there's a guy that kind of pops out, and I end up shooting him out. But here you're kind of stuck. There's a huge gap because this is two fields combined for this match. There's a huge gap between the two fields where, you run out here right now, dude, you're going to get shot. Like, there's just no way that you're going to make it across. But anyways, we have some pretty, aggressive guys on our team, and they're gonna make the push here. You're gonna see them run up and make the push. And when we get back up here in a second, because we're pushing them back slowly but surely. We're slowly picking them off, and we're making the push. So, this is just like a waiting game. You're waiting to shoot them out as, whatever, and then get numbers and eventually move up. So here's some more guys are coming up. So it's looking, honestly, I thought this game was going to end in a tie, you know, like how it usually does. I mean, every single time I've played it, it's been a tie. But as you'll see, that's not the way it ends up. This kid here is a pretty baller player. There's this team. I don't know who runs them, but they're pretty solid guys. I mean, some of them are relatively new to the sport, you know, but they're really stoked about playing the game. They're really excited about, you know, being on a team and everything like that. And I talked to a couple of them, and I'm going to be playing for my buddy's team, Minot Rapture from North Dakota, and I don't have a team to practice with over here, and so it's going to be kind of difficult, you know, if I want to, you know, run drills and stuff by myself, you know, because I'm playing with a team from North Dakota. So I asked these guys, and they're like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, if you want to come play with us and practice with us, whatever you want to do, you know, hop on and you can get some reps in. And, you know, I'm really grateful, you know, but, you know, I'm not going to, like, you know, if they got an event like the next day or whatever, next week, I'm not going to do that because, you know, I don't want to hinder that, you know, them. But I think it's really cool that they're going to let me, you know, jump in and get some reps in for some speedball once the season opens. So that's pretty cool. So this is a kind of long video, but, you know, I just wanted to give the full experience of the game. I could have spliced it and just put in all the shooting parts or whatever, but I just want people to experience, you know, all I cut out was was where I ran back, you know, because that's boring, whatever. I ran back to go respawn. But I want people to experience, you know, the game, especially those of you who haven't played before. You know, like this guy, like, you know, he's still a little scared and stuff, but, you know, he's getting more into it. You know, he has a crappy mask, maybe a rental gun, you see his mask falling down. But, you know, he's getting into the game, you know, and that's what I want. I want to, you know, just raise awareness for our sport that is declining. You know, the best thing we can do is promote it in a positive manner. You know, don't cheat. You know, just do your best while you're out there, and do the best to the, you know, taking care of the players that are out there, and letting them, you know, if they're asking about your gun, let them shoot it. You know, this other kid had an eNMEy, and he wanted to try shooting mine to see how it was. And honestly, I was like, dude, all you need, he's like, yours is so much quieter. I was like, honestly, it's just the barrel, dude. Like, if you can get a longer barrel, it'll help you point, and you know, make your gun a little bit quieter. You know, because he has that stock eNMEy barrel, and he was like, you know, thanks, because I didn't know what to do. And I wanted to get a new gun, but I was like, listen, man, don't get a new gun, man. Just, you know, stick with it. It's a great little shooter. I'm using it, you know, and I have a bunch of different markers. So there's really no need to quote unquote upgrade to something else. So he's running up. I mean, look at that. I mean, he just runs up, moves up, and we're starting to really take the field now. Okay. Like, we're starting to really push up hard. We're starting to shoot him out a little bit, and pretty soon you're going to see us push towards the bus. Now, there still are a ton of players running towards the bus that are, you know, kind of just still there. Some are, like, poking their guns out, like, trying to see if we can, like, they're, like, messing around. You know, you got those guys who are just messing around the whole time. So, once I get here, you know, I think I shoot someone out over here. And now I'm getting shot from the snake. So I got hit, like, right in the leg right there. Like, I thought I was going to be out, but luckily it bounced because, you know, we're using winter paint. And I got really lucky right there. So I'm like, there's a guy in snake over there. You know, I don't really want to gun battle him. He's using electro. He's throwing a lot more paint at me. I want to see if I could try and pick some guys off. You know, like one-balling people through gaps and stuff like that. So here I am just trying to pick off the guys at the bus. So, because if we can take the bus that's right, you know, over to my right on the edge there, you see the ref running towards it right now because it's going to be a hot spot. We can pretty much win the game, shoot cross field and start taking them all out. So pretty soon somebody's like, hey, HK, because I was wearing an old HK long sleeve, and he's like, want to run up and take the bus? And I was like, sure, you know, why not? So I look his way, and just, I'm like, all right, let's do this, you know. And that's coming up here in a few minutes. But you'll see me just, run past all the guys that are lying down the bus that are holding it down, keeping them from moving forward, and then we completely just overtake the field and actually hang the flag at the end of the game, which is awesome because, like, I mean, as many times as I've played here, I've never seen like someone actually win this big game, or final battle, if you want to call it a final battle. But here we go in a couple minutes. You'll see me run up and just storm the bus. So here we go. Our guys are running to the bus now, and now is when we actually start really taking the field. Really pushing hard. I think we lose some guys that went up there. And they're kind of, the unfortunate thing though is they get to this bus, but they're kind of stuck. They're just kind of huddling behind like a spool, trying to not get shot. Here I am, like, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, do I want to run up there and get stuck, or do I want to see if I can make the bus? Because I'm like, if there's a guy sitting there, he's gonna end up taking me out as soon as I get across the side of the bus. But I'm just trying to make sure I can help them up front. So he's like, hey HK, want to run up and take it right there? And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm like, whatever, dude. If there's anybody there. So there you go. The ref is just calling him out ahead of time. Luckily, I wasn't gonna shoot him. I was afraid they're gonna shoot me. The ref was like, all right, he's running down. He's gonna take these kids out. I shoot this guy in the gun like 20 times, and finally he gets out. But I'm like, dude, what's up with this cheating right now? This whole day was just like crazy with that. But it's whatever. It was a really great time, and we ended up winning the game right here. And that's about it. But it was a great time at Paintball Country. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy.